like that kind of stuff.
I hate that.
So it's just not my style. But.
Yeah, I feel the same.
Dear Dr. Slur, have any of you played Wild Arms or
I have to
Grandia?
say goodbye. I have to
Bye,
go now.
Ashley.
Bye.
Thank you for coming out.
I'm finishing up.
Thanks, Ashley.
Bye. See you guys later.
You slide
Hope
sort
you
of.
all get
I guess.
sleep.
Well, I don't mean to
Me
block
too.
James. So.
Inspector Gadget or Darkwing Duck? That's
Oh,
tough
that don't make us choose.
Oh, it's Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing
It
Duck.
is so
one. I gotta say
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck, but I love
Now, if it was
Inspector
the
Gadget.
girl from Inspector Gadget.
Well, that's the thing. Like
Inspector Gadget.
I had like a raging childhood crush on Penny. when I
But
was little.
Inspector Gadget had Don Adams, Maxwell
Yeah.
Smart.
I know.
I'm still gonna have to go with Darkwing
Yeah,
Duck.
you're right.
Because Inspector Gadget is not Maxwell.
Like Darkwing Duck was like the perfect time for me when I was a kid. Like that was
Yeah.
like it was on TV and I was old enough that I actually got some like because they actually had like a little bit of like more advanced humor in it, and I was actually old enough that I kind of got it.
Okay,
so
Paul.
I was like, haha, I'm so smart.
Epsilon Theta had you greet his or her mother some hours ago.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll be giving an extra donation if you can still remember the name of said mother.
Ooh,
Epsilon Theta.
pressure's on.
Somebody keeps asking me
We'll
if
give you
my
a moment to
mug.
think, Paul.
Somebody keeps asking me if my
Uh,
mugs are okay. They're fine. But thank you.
Someone has asked Mass Effect or Dragon Age, to which I say Mass Effect.
I haven't played Dragon Age.
I'm gonna say
The HUD has an amazing insight. What's the amazing insight?
That's for my mummy.
apparently I heart Twilight. With Courage Wolf.
I finally got a hold of my parents, and they have been watching, and they say
Um,
congratulations to everyone here.
On the toss-up between Mass Effect and Dragon Age, I'm going to go with Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, snap!
Bones. You want to go home and play that after
Yes,
this?
I
Okay,
do.
yeah.
We can do that for
Play what?
some hours this
Okay.
morning.
Really? You know what I'm planning on doing?
Sleeping.
But we got some sleep tonight.
I know.
So.
What are you guys gonna play?
Dear Dr.
Modern
Slur,
Warfare 2.
have any of you played Grandia or Wild Arms? Grandia 2 is one of, like, I've never beaten it, but it was one of my favorite early PlayStation 2 Dreamcast era RPGs. Grandia 2 was freaking amazing.
Grandia 3 is a
Dear-
nice opening cutscene.
Dear Loading Ready Run, what are each of your favorite Loading Ready Run videos?
I can't choose.
I can't choose.
I
I honestly
all the
can't
books.
choose. Tennis. Yeah, Bill will say tennis, which you can't see anymore. Eyewitness accounts is good.
Oh, Eyewitness Accounts is so good.
Honestly, they're
Thank you.
I took out a perversion for profit because that would lead more
And ways to leave a room. There's things like that.
Yeah, ways to make somebody leave a
Alex
room.
has no shame after that.
Seriously.
Oh man,
Did he
I
ever
can't
have
believe you had
shame?
forgotten about that scene.
I don't know what it was. I
In,
must have forced it out of my mind.
You're so good in it though.
it's kind of self-serving to say all the ones I've written, but you know, like the fact is, like it's got like the fact is one's like God, I'm so tired. The one that we got Yahtzee to narrate. What is it called? Save Our Games. Like I was
Excellent.
I was so proud of that
Save Our
because
Games turned out really
you know it went from concept script, which was something that I just kind of came up with out of nowhere,
7.
to something amazing.
Multiples of 7.
Right. We are doing a 7 challenge right now. So if you donate a multiple of 7, you will be in line to win a copy of City of Heroes.
Architect Edition, signed by the development team.
Signed by everyone at Paragon.
By the same token as Jer, the one I sort of think of a lot is BioShock.
Yeah.
I really like because again I wrote that one, and it was very much like how I envisioned it in my brain, and how it actually turned out was pretty much straight.
Egoisty. Dear Dr. Lur, I'm trying to get my parents to donate to Child's Play for my Christmas present. What should I tell them?
Wow.
That is so wonderful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've got nothing else. We've got no more auction items to even get
Tell them
actually
it's
get something cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
tell your
so-
parents it's tax deductible.
Tell your parents to go to the Child's Play charity dinner and bid on one of the awesome items, because then you both
Or
get to
just-
donate to Child's Play and get a
Or just tell them that it's a fantastic charity and they should make a donation under your name and that's what you want for Christmas.
And that effectively they will be giving
If
presents.
they love you, they'll do it.
And effectively they will be giving. They'll be giving toys to kids in children's hospitals who really want and need them.
Yeah.
It's this actually is a good thing to talk about now as we're coming down to the end here. If for some reason you weren't able to donate, either you don't have your money now, or we didn't get a chance to do what you wanted to do. Desert Bus is by no means the only funding drive that goes into Child's Play. So check out the childsplaycharity.org. And on the events page, there's like a whole list of all the other cool things that are going on.
In fact, one
there's-
starts tonight.
Yeah, there's other video game marathons. Yeah, it was.
Tonight?
The Rockathon starts tomorrow.
I thought it was midnight tonight.
Oh, I thought it was midnight Friday.
No, midnight. Well, like midnight Thursday, and then it goes
12. So
through
12 a.m. Friday.
12 a.m. Friday.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we were trying not to overlap with the Rockathon, but it turns out we're actually going to be a lot closer than we thought we were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Originally, we were going to be this coming weekend, and then we decided to move back.
We'll need to sort our scheduling
So,
out for next year.
If you guys like watching people play Rock Band, go to
So,
therockathon.com.
in fact, if you like video game marathons, there are a ton of other video
there
games.
are a ton.
Yeah, so go
Like the Mario Marathon did really well this year.
Yep, they were in June or
Did you just
something.
like wash all the yellow off of your shirt?
No.
Oh, my yellow?
No. That's how they got printed.
Really? I could have sworn they had a...
So, oh yeah, hey, Paul's repping our awesome Desert Bus for Hope T-shirts.
Yeah,
which
just in
you
case
can buy.
somebody forgot where
Sorry,
they are.
so is Jer.
So, by the way, this is the Desert Bus for Hope, for those of you who just tuned in.
Yes.
Yeah,
Missed it,
it's
but...
not.
And have them
Tune
look
in
at the top
a
of
year
the
from
screen
now.
or at the website. Or
Actually, for those of you who might have missed something, we pretty much, and I say pretty much because it gets late and people get tired and forget to push the on button. But mostly Matt. But we managed to record pretty much every performance or interview or just neat thing that happened over the course of this in HD, and we'll be putting that up on our YouTube account over the next however long it takes to upload that many hours of footage. Look for updates at desertbus.org and check out all the awesome.
I was, but like,
Uploading when you still have the night.
Yeah, Crows. Do we have a plan for Crows to send his MP3s to us? Because he's been recording things as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Crows, if you could just send me an email with like links to all the MP3s in it, I will see about getting those taken care of as well.
it's like originally the idea was what we were going to do is we were going to record everything, but then we realized that from just sort of a practical point of view, if we just have like one giant file with the entire thing, there's no way we're ever going to go through and split it all up. And so decided to actually do it by the. We recorded just the good bits. Unfortunately, I believe at last count there are over 200 video files.
Yep.
So that didn't actually help at all.
far more than that now too.
So it may be a little while for us to sort through them and crop them so it's not just like a 5 minutes of us getting ready to do
The
something.
crash was recorded, but not by us. Someone does have footage of it, though. In fact, if they could send an email so we can track that down.
Someone just asked, "Are you proud of this year's Desert Bus?"
No, we're very disappointed.
A little bit, yeah.
Unbelievably so.
Yes, I am disappointed. But everybody else is very appointed.
Crew is very appointed.
We could, maybe we'll figure out some way of doing a DVD.
The crash is there.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Okay, and for everybody who's asking,
Ooh, can we watch that?
Oh, Ashton has the crash. Oh, cool.
for everyone who's asking, we had the Octo chat last night.
Yes. Octo Pimp called in last night.
And
Can we watch the crash? Because I haven't seen it. And
Yeah, I
I
haven't
would
seen
love
it
to
either.
see people yelling at Bill.
Yes.
Also-
Maine Coon.
Good,
Best
darn
breed
it.
of cat is Maine Coon.
Best breed of cat is a dog.
James, were you here?
Oh,
when
I am
for God's
disappointing
sake,
you.
let's not start this now.
What? Were you
I will
here?
punch both of you. I
Were
don't
you,
care.
were you here when Graham's mom came in and called Bill a wanker?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
That was good
was
moment. At
funny.
least you didn't miss
That was
that.
40 points of wanker damage.
No. Is it not working?
What should I
can't-
what should I do for my
Now that I
geeky
stopped
girlfriend who
recording,
lives near me for Christmas?
We'll see it afterwards.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Well-
Someone said to tape the whole last hour.
This isn't the last.
I know.
hour.
Shut up.
I do not walk my Maine Coons. They don't do leashes, but they do shoulders. They ride around on shoulders.
Oh no, I'm not actually that grumpy. I just really, really, really do not want to hear Matt and Kathleen argue about which is better, dogs
It's
or
true.
cats.
Kathleen
again.
and I do go at
don't
it.
want to hear
Bye.
it.
I was never
Wait,
going to
stop.
start an argument.
Brett,
I'm not. What? What?
Bill's mom's trying to say goodbye. Bye.
I'm not wearing a calculator watch. I'm wearing a digital analog combo watch.
Yeah,
Of the
Crows,
kind
you better
that I
have
see-
your freaking passport set up.
Of the kind that a secret agent
Did we
would
just
wear.
hit 125?
GD is
what?
for reporting
No,
125.
very close though.
Okay.
Well, it might be on the website and may just have not updated
Wait.
yet.
Wait.
No!
Oh!
25.
All right, so
Classy versus classy.
I mean,
Holy crap.
I've been sort of mentally going through like all the different milestones, right?
Yeah.
So I think like because now we've got the 1,000 pass or 100,000 pass where we did the first year.
Yeah.
So the next milestone would be somewhere around 140,000, which would be double last year.
Yeah.
So
We've already done the first two combined.
Yeah. So double last year would be 140. I think it's
40,800 and
like
46.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. You see, this is the thing. Like people say, like, "Are you proud of this?" It's since we've been doing Desert Bus, like you get this really warped perception of things. Like you talk to other people who do kind of fundraising stuff, and I think actually the Child's Play people have talked about this too, where they're like, they work really hard and like knock on doors and get people things, and they make like $5,000 in a year.
Yeah.
And so but we're getting into this like warped world where it's like, sure, we can get another $20,000 in the next 6 hours, sure, no problem. And it seems to happen. I don't understand, but
Yesterday was the best.
Because of you.
Well, yeah.
Because of all the incredible people watching and donating.
Yesterday when so many people were like, guys, I went to bed and you were at 66,000 and now you're at 91. What happened? And we were like, oh,
You happened.
yeah, you happened.
My parents were up when I was leaving the house this morning, and I went upstairs because I haven't seen them in days. And my mom was like, "Yeah, when we went to bed, you guys were at like $105,000." And I was like, "Yeah, we're at like 123 now."
I just called my brother. I was trying to get a phone number. I called my brother and I asked him, okay, so what were we at last time I talked to you or last time you tuned in? And he goes, I don't know, like 30,000 or something. I'm like, oh, well, let me tell you. And then, this is cool, I called this friend that I hadn't talked to for years, who I found off Facebook trying to get hold of my parents, and I kind of quickly told him why I was trying to get hold of my parents and what we were doing. He's like, oh, that thing! You're doing that thing again! Yeah, I saw that last year! It's like, cool!
Oh yeah.
That's awesome!
You guys plugged you while we were buying coffee to keep patrons waiting in line for the Super Bowl.
Nice.
So just a reminder that if you donate $7 or a multiple of $7 within the next half an hour or so, you will be entered into a draw to win a copy of City of Heroes Architect Edition, signed by all the developers.
And additionally, if you donate now or have at any point donated over the course of the entire thing an amount of $5 or more, it doesn't matter how much you donated. You are in a random draw for a full copy of the Beatles Rock Band, signed by the guys at Harmonix, with track packs that they can throw in, or they're gonna do it up right over at Harmonix. And so anyone who has so far or will enter $5 or more into Desert Bus is entered in that draw. Only once though. It doesn't matter how many. Like just doing 5 does not increase your chances. If you donate multiple times, you get one.
It's a very
and I mentioned that because the $7 challenge.
Yeah.
I was looking at. I was noticing a lot of familiar names.
Yeah.
Like
there's a lot of people who have donated
multiple
again
times.
and again and again.
You guys are just so cool.
How many contributors do we have?
I saw that Metcart for no
Chip and Graham?
No worries.
32 about.
Yeah, about 3,500.
Yeah. So, I'm curious if that double counts people. I think it does.
It does.
I would be once you've done your tally. I would like to know exactly.
Because it'll
I worked out just based on that, like excluding double counting, I worked out an average of $40 a person.
Wow.
Wow.
I'd say this is worth $40.
And how many
though.
people total have watched this on Ustream? Do we know?
we can find that number.
In terms of like
it was like 56,000 or something.
in terms
No,
of
no,
like
no, no,
unique
that's-
IPs.
That's unique IPs.
That's unique IPs.
Right now we're getting close to the highest viewership we've had.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to see the end. Alex is losing his mind. Alex is going.
Alex didn't have much of a mind to start.
Alex is going quietly insane over
What's
here.
the HUD say?
It says it's got a picture of Long Cat. It says almost as long as Desert Bus.
Oh, I love long
It's
hair.
changing. It's yeah.
But who's sanity?
Somebody needs to take that computer away from Alex.
Oh man,
Computer.
Alex has been surviving on this energy drink that looks like gas.
Yeah.
Are we sure it's
Funny-
not just gas?
Funny story about this.
Uh-oh.
Hang on.
Funny story?
Funny story about this. It's labeled NOS energy drink, and it looks.
This is not an endorsement.
No, it looks just like the nitrous oxide fuel tanks and fuel additive that you can get for cars. There's a forum that I read a post on where some guy was having trouble with his bike. And he was like, I added this fuel additive to my tank. And people were like, well, what did you do? Did you buy the right stuff? And it eventually turned out that he had added 2 bottles of this to his gas tank and ruined his engine.
Wasn't he suspicious that it was in the cooler with like the 7-Up and stuff?
It wasn't in the cooler, it was just on the floor. And he's like, oh, hey, fuel additive.
Oh, that's awesome.
That'll do me.
Hey, Dr. Alex.
OMG Arrow, we have you covered.
What program are you using to run the HUD?
All right, it's this question again.
And just to
That's a good question.
preface this one though, I'll probably put a giant picture up on the blog and give you a rundown of exactly what's running what and how we did it all.
There are some
Because
pictures.
there are people who would like to know. There are pictures already up. But we'll do a write-up so you guys know exactly how we did this. Because
But
there's a lot of people
just
that
so you
want
know, right now, what you're seeing at the top is a Quartz Composer composition run through video mixing software called VSTmas. Quartz Composer is a node-based graphical programming language that I used that I used in conjunction with Photoshop to build the overlays and published all the controls out to VSTmas.
I want you to touch it.
I'm inside the HUD.
So
I'm inside.
Creepy. So this lets us track donations. It puts down the target hours compared to the hours bust. And
Yeah, it's sweet because this is done through hang on.
Yeah, the donations amount.
This is done through an RSS feed, and this is done through Math, which is
Instead of doing 2 RSS feeds, we apply a very complicated equation to the amount of donations pulled from the RSS feed and generate the target number.
and this
based
plugs
on
in.
that.
This plugs into whatever URL we want,
Yeah. What?
and then we can type that.
What's our fail count at? Like
fail
What's the
count
fail
is at.
count?
Hang on.
I think it's at
43.
like 35 or something.
No,
43.
Yes.
Oh, one less than we'd be. Oh, that's too bad.
Okay,
So many fails.
Echo Fox has asked when are we actually ending? So I'm gonna state this again.
We got 2
Right
hours.
now we are scheduled to go according to the HUD that you see at the top for another
Half hour.
half
28
hour.
minutes.
In actual fact,
No.
another.
Yeah. Another half hour. Yeah.
In actual fact, we were going for 2 more hours because we started half an hour late.
No,
Yeah.
2 more hours. Right, yeah.
Yeah, we started half an hour late, and we are approximating that the e-checks that we've received, which are not in that total, are going to account for about another hour's worth of driving.
So Jared will be your driver till 9.
At least.
And then
if you guys can add more hours onto that, we will continue to honor them right up until the end.
Yeah.
With that one extra
but
hour.
right now, the cost to another hour is $7,000.
So that's a lot of money in the next half
Hothead
an
is in
hour.
the chat.
Yes,
yeah, Joel's there.
Has been in here.
Oh, hey everybody at Hothead. You guys are rad. Thank you so much for the games.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, it is fair to say
They
that we will
fetched a
be...
pretty penny.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, King Rocky. Yes, you are stuck watching this for 2.5 hours. Oh, we apologize.
2 hours, not 2.5.
2 hours.
more. Yeah.
So is it fair to say, though, that we will be capping the donation list for the rock band draw
At the end of regulation
end
time.
of regulation time?
Yes.
So that'll give me an hour to
Yeah.
strip out that list.
That's something
and
else we
draw.
can say. While we will stop, like at 8 o'clock, if we haven't
We're going
gone to
into
the
double
next
overtime,
hour, we'll continue to bus, and you may continue to donate, but it will not count towards additional hours.
No.
Right?
No, we said it would.
We will.
No, it will.
We've been saying up to this point that it would.
Okay, somebody's
That
asking.
it's an extra hour, but it's an extra hour that technically, I mean,
We should be giving them
they
an
are
email.
paying for with
okay.
the e-checks.
Okay, but
so
somebody is asking one more time about how the rock band thing works. Okay,
Okay.
basically,
So confused. Take it.
Harmonix has very generously offered us a sort of grand prize, which is the Beatles rock band, for any system you want, anywhere in the world, all the track packs that they have lying around. Shh. It's going to be given away.
Sorry, Alex has just won.
It's Slowpoke saying $10,000 raised.
I'm sorry, I'm derailing everybody's discussion here. I'll behave for 5 minutes while
Alex, that is possibly the best thing you've done this entire week.
Okay, Kathleen.
Okay.
Sorry. Continue.
Everybody just shh for a second.
Holy
We're all
crap.
very tired. It's very early for almost everyone.
I haven't slept.
Alex Power.
It's very early for
Okay.
everybody. Some
Pretty
people have
late.
slept. So.
We have a grand prize, which is the Beatles Rock Band, all the fancy instruments, all the track packs for the system of your choice where you are.
No,
There's one stipulation.
Yeah.
It is only within the U.S. and Canada.
I thought it was
no,
for everywhere.
because Harmonix is shipping it, we are not able to send it overseas.
Oh,
It wouldn't work anyhow because it's a NTSC version of the game.
really?
So it will
It was the
only
same
work
as
on
last
North
year.
American systems. But unfortunately, if
that
you
wasn't
are overseas,
that wasn't clarified to us.
That
yeah,
wasn't clarified to us.
if you are overseas, we aren't able to send it to you. So we will have to redraw if you're overseas.
Well, if they're
They can't-
overseas, they could have it sent to a friend.
Yes, that's true.
That is true. So
it
if
could
they have
be.
somebody,
It
if they
could
know
be
somebody.
the best freaking Christmas present ever.
Yes.
You'll make your friends.
But anyhow, that irrelevantly, that's minutia.
The
We'll work
PS3
that
really
later.
Region 3? People keep saying that.
Yeah, it
yeah,
pretty much
they are.
is.
I remember
But-
that was last year. We talked about that.
Okay.
If you had the PS3 version, you could actually. But it's just.
But they
it's-
won't. They
it's the-
can't send it overseas.
It's the shipping that's getting. us.
We're talking about the complete Ultimate Edition Beatles Rock Band, which is already this big, plus a ton of extra content and extra games and discs and things like that, and they just cannot do it.
Okay, so what we're doing is at the end of what we're calling regulation time, which is when we should, according to our current donation tally, be busing to, Matt is going to go away like a busy squirrel, and he's going to take all of that chip-in data from all the people who have donated, and he's going to download a big list, and everyone who's donated more than $5 over the course of Desert Bus will be put into a spreadsheet, and they will be on their own line in the spreadsheet. And then we will use a random number generator to draw one number from that will correspond to one name on that spreadsheet, and that person is the winner of the prize. So the reason we are only collecting names for this until the end of regulation time is that gives Matt time to process the incredible amount of data so we can make that announcement before we go off the air.
Yes, I'm going to have to break down over 3,500 names in one spreadsheet to figure out how many people have actually donated.
Why bother? I
Oh,
have
we're at
20 bucks
133
Octo
hours and
Pizza, man.
37 minutes, guys.
No,
Are we?
because the thing is, it's you
Sweet.
get this. You have the same.
Someone screen cap that, please.
You have the same amount of chance. You have the same
Got
chance to win as anyone else. Anyone who's donated more than $5
Yeah.
has no. Donated
better
$5 does not give you less of a chance than donating $500. It's completely democratic. Every single person that's donated more than $5 has an equal chance of winning.
3,501 chances? How could I lose?
We don't need to write a program, it's just an Excel spreadsheet. I'm just going to sort everybody alphabetically and then strip out the duplicate names.
And
It's
Frozen,
not exactly
yes,
hard.
if you're not watching, you are absolutely eligible. We will send you an email.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, which Octopim pointed out, $5 or $5,000. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yes, that's true, Octopim.
I would laugh if he got it. I'd be like, well, that's fate then.
Yeah.
But he has just as much chance to win it as anybody else.
All loot becomes his.
Dear Dr. Chair, is it safe? I am not certain it's safe at this point
It's
because
so not safe
it's
right now.
never safe.
It's not safe for Matt.
But anyway, we do apologize to people overseas. Somebody mentioned, couldn't they offer a gift certificate? Unfortunately, that's not the prize. The prize is an NTSC version of
What,
the game.
Alex? God damn it.
But what we can, but if the winner does turn out to be overseas, if the winner does turn out to be from outside North America, what we can do is we can contact you and figure out what you would like to do with it. If you want to try and send it to a friend, or if you want us to redraw, we will not just assume that you do not get it.
Yeah.
We will contact you
Yes.
first.
Whoever wins will be contacted first.
The fail points don't do anything. It's just so we can keep track of how much we
is-
suck.
Snowfire, we are disappointed that overseas is disappointed too. We're next year we'll try to think of a way to include everyone on this.
everything else we've auctioned off has been totally fine for overseas.
Yeah.
Which is good for him because he is getting a box.
The
Yeah.
biggest.
Oh, it's a box. I've been packing it up back there. It is a box.
Like
Yeah, that's actually I think maybe where Ken Stacy's box will go, just because it's a
It may
banker's
be.
box and we need it.
Salius asks, what is NTSC only? NTSC is a video display format that is typically used in North America and not
it
in a
stands
lot
for
of other
never the
regions.
same color twice. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
And certain.
No, that's a PAL disc, right?
Yeah, that's because you're from New Zealand. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kathleen, you are of course joking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
joking. I'm
She
silly.
said it's a PAL disc.
Dear Overseas,
It's
if it truly is NTSC and you're willing to use a modded system, you can still play it. Theoretically, you could still play it. They won't ship it to you. That's the point.
shipping
They're
is the
only
problem.
shipping within
Yeah.
North America.
You know, Canada is NTSC. That's
Yes.
North America.
I guess the lesson here is if you live overseas and you don't have any friends in North America, make some quickly.
Be your friend.
Yeah, or you could make
Apparently
friends
we
very
broke up
quickly with
the-
this.
Oh my god.
126,000.
What?
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Seriously?
So, you know, before we said that
Ship
this
it,
is
man.
going to end, the Rock Band Challenge is going to end in about 20 minutes now. That is unless you guys actually push it to another hour, then, you know, I
Which
guess
is
you have
looking
another
like
hour.
they might
to do it.
actually do.
So,
Was that 6
I will be your friend, Oji.